Yorkshire's apples aren't just fruit, they're part of our history. From the famous Ribston pippin near Knaresborough, ancestor of the Cox's orange pippin, to quirky Huddersfield varieties like the dog's snout, these trees tell the story of our land and our traditions. Every apple here carries a little taste of Yorkshire's past. The very first cultivated apples were brought to Britain by the Romans nearly 2,000 years ago. Before that, we only had wild crab apples. Over time, monasteries, farmers, and orchard keepers nurtured new varieties, and Yorkshire became home of some of the most famous apples in the world. Just outside Knaresborough, the Ribston pippin was first grown in the early 1700s. It later gave us the Cox's orange pippin, one of Britain's favourites. Closer to Huddersfield, local growers raised heritage varieties like the Yorkshire Beauty and the dog snout, known for its curious shape. Today, many old orchards have disappeared, but you can still find these trees quietly thriving in villages, gardens and fields. Each apple tells a story, not just of food, but of Yorkshire's history, traditions and connection to the land. Dried apples have a long history in the UK. For centuries, they've been a simple way to preserve fruit for the winter months. To make your own, you can use any variety of apple and even leave the skin on. Remove the core, slice the fruit thinly, and lay the pieces out on a baking tray. Place them in the oven on a low heat for several hours until they are fully dry. Once cooled, store them in a clean, airtight jar. Properly dried apples will keep for up to a year, ready for snacking, baking, or adding to stews. The crumble is a comforting British pudding, perfect for autumn when fruit is in season. As I was out picking apples, I came across some plums, so I decided to make an apple and plum crumble. Here's a simple version you can make at home. You'll need about 4 apples and 4 ripe plums. Peel, core and chop the apples, then halve and stone the plums. Place the fruit in a pan, add a spoonful of sugar, put it on a low heat and stir until it's soft. For the crumble topping, I rubbed together 100 grams of plain flour, 50 grams of oats and 100 grams of cold butter. Using your fingertips, rub it together until it looks like breadcrumbs. You can add some sugar if you like. I added about 50 grams. When the fruit's soft, pour it into an oven dish. Scatter the crumble evenly over the fruit, making sure it's fully covered. You then need to bake it at 180 degrees or gas mark 4 for about 35 to 40 minutes until the top is golden brown. You can serve your crumble hot with custard, cream or vanilla ice cream. It will also keep in the fridge for 3 days, and you can reheat it in the oven or you can enjoy it cold. Apple sauce is so versatile and it's so easy to make and store. For storing in jars, you need to use clean, sterilised hot jars. To do this, heat the oven to 160 or gas mark 3. Wash the jars and their lids in hot soapy water, rinse and drain. Put the jars on a baking tray and heat in the oven for 15 minutes to sterilise. You need to peel, core and chop the apples. Put in a pan and add some water. Cook until soft and boiling hot. Put the hot sauce into jars immediately and seal. The sauce can also be kept in the fridge and used within 3 days. Of course, there are lots of other things you can make with apples. I often make fruit upside down cake. Simply lay some fruit at the bottom of the cake tin and cook as normal. Apple and blackberry is delicious. Baked apples are so simple. Just put in the oven for about 15 minutes. Some varieties explode more than others, but they produce a delicious apple sauce. Chutney is similar to making applesauce, except you add spices, sugar, and vinegar. Thank you for watching. Please do like and share my videos. And if you've got any ideas for apple recipes, I'd love to hear them. Please leave them in the comments.